Santa Monica. Pier glowed with holiday warmth, fairy lights twinkling above Los Angeles's bustling market. Lena Harris, a 36-year-old Navy lieutenant, smiled beside her nephew Caleb, 14, his eyes bright as the new soccer ball in its bag, a birthday gift she'd promised. A helicopter pilot who'd braved howling gales, Lena felt at peace here, waves crashing softly, guitarists strumming, fry-bread scents drifting. Caleb's chatter was her joy, simple and true. Then a police cruiser screeched to a halt, its siren slicing the festive hum. Red-blue lights washed over Caleb, his grin fading, fingers gripping the bag like a lifeline. Lena's pulse spiked. Danger. Close. Officer Vargas, a wiry cop with a glare sharp as driftwood, marched toward them, hand near his holster. "Hold it!" he barked, eyes locking on Lena. Not a citizen, but a suspect. She stepped before Caleb, her navy ring catching the light, a mark of her valor. "We're just shopping," she said, voice steady. Vargas sneered, his shadow dimming the market's cheer. Shoppers froze, murmurs rising. Caleb's breath hitched. "Auntie, what's wrong?" The air crackled, tense as a storm's edge. Lena stood tall, her pilot's instincts sharp. Stay calm. Could her resolve hold against the bias brewing in Vargas's stare? Her fight's just begun. Stay with us. Lena Harris was forged in Memphis's humid streets, where history's scars lingered like blues notes. Raised in a sagging shotgun house by a librarian mother and factory worker father, she learned grit early. "Your worth's in your soul," her mother said, sorting books, hands steady as scripture. But the city stung. At 12, a coach sneered, "Stick to the sidelines," sparking defiance. Lena's sharp comeback earned detention, and her father's proud nod. Each jab built her. By candlelight, she tackled physics, plotting paths no prejudice could bar. A Navy scholarship at 18 silenced doubters, her acceptance a flare against Memphis's haze. By 22, she flew helicopters, a rare black woman slicing clouds, her precision saving crews in squalls. A white officer's token jab stung as she landed a perfect rescue. She answered with medals, not words. When diabetes claimed her sister Marla, Lena's heart fractured. Adopting Caleb, Marla's son, became her vow. His shy smile, her new sky. "I've got you," she whispered. Grief, a quiet ache. Her mother's ring, etched faith, anchored her through slurs, skeptics, and battles for respect. Promotions and lives saved were earned. Proof justice was fought for, not given. In Los Angeles, raising Caleb and training pilots, Lena shone, a lighthouse against doubt. Yet Memphis's wounds pulsed as she walked the pier that night, Caleb's trust in her grip. She'd defied tempests. What spark would she wield against the threat now coiling? Lena's Los Angeles days unfolded like sunlight on waves, a rhythm of duty and love. From a bungalow near the Navy base, she jogged Venice Beach at dawn, surf roaring under gull cries. By day, she honed pilots, her keen eye catching simulator flaws, her calm voice forging aces from nerves. Evenings glowed with Caleb, 14, lanky, doodling soccer tricks on napkins. Lena coached his team, her cheers lifting him as he weaved past defenders, his grin her beacon. Weekends knit their bond, tuning his bike, grease smudging their laughs, baking peach cobbler, its warmth blending with Miles Davis's horn. She shared stories of black trailblazers, Frederick's voice, Bessie's wings, sowing pride. Yet shadows crept near. At a market, clerks trailed her, eyes narrow as she chose tomatoes. A patrol car once shadowed her at dusk, silent but heavy, until she drove on, heart racing, Caleb unaware. Lena buried these slights, her smile shielding his innocence. At the base, she inspired black cadets with chopper tails, her ring flashing defiance. But unease lingered. A barista's cold glance, a neighbor's stare, her uniform somehow off. She urged Caleb to dream big, see no limits, but braced for the world's weight on him. That night, bound for Santa Monica's holiday market, Lena craved one flawless moment. Caleb's soccer ball, her gift. His chatter lit the pier, but her instincts stirred. A storm loomed, its edge glinting in the crowd. Could their joy hold? Santa Monica Pier's holiday market shimmered, but Officer Vargas's shadow cracked its glow, his flashlight a cold spike through the festive haze. Guitars hushed, fry bread smoke curling, as Lena Harris's world narrowed to Caleb's shallow breaths. His new soccer ball clutched tight in its bag. "Open that bag," Vargas snapped, his lean frame towering over the boy's wiry build. Lena's blood roared, her pilot's instincts screaming. Threat, imminent. "We paid," she said, voice honed like steel, handing over the receipt. "It's here." Caleb's eyes, wide with panic, sought hers. "Auntie, are we safe?" His mind replaying tales of lives erased. Vargas smirked, letting the receipt drift to the boards. "People like you always lie," he sneered, words slashing Lena's pride. Her ring gleamed, a silent oath to her service. Missions flown, crews saved. Yet his gaze erased her wings, seeing only her skin. Shoppers slowed, their hum fading. A teen with a beanie raised his phone, recording. Rosa, a vendor with braided beads, leaned from her stall, sharp. "They paid fair!" Lena shielded Caleb, his fingers digging into her sleeve. "Lieutenant Harris, Navy," she said, offering her ID, its seal a flicker of truth. "We're leaving." Vargas scoffed, swatting the ID aside. "Don't play hero, lady. You're trouble. Seen stealing." The lie burned, raw as Memphis's taunts, but Caleb's flinch cut deeper. He hugged the bag, picturing Lena cuffed, gone, like his mom's echo. "She's my aunt," he mumbled, voice cracking. Vargas stepped closer, boots scuffing, hand near his gun. "Move, kid." Lena's jaw tightened. Years soaring under pressure, now a suspect for her skin. "No cause," she said, loud for the crowd. Rosa shouted, "They're clean!" A cyclist yelled, "This ain't right!" Phones rose, their flashes catching Vargas's sneer, Lena's resolve, Caleb's fear. Will she vanish? Vargas shoved Lena's shoulder, pain flaring as she stumbled against a stall, jars clinking. "Move," he growled, daring her to snap. Caleb gasped. "Auntie!" Lena steadied herself, heart pounding, not for her, but for Caleb, whose world hung here. She'd flown through chaos. She'd navigate this. "You're wrong," she said, voice a beacon for the crowd, the night. The pier's lights mocked their peril, glinting as Vargas loomed, baiting her to break. Vargas's grip tightened on Lena Harris's arm, his boots scraping Santa Monica Pier's salt-worn boards. "Keep talking," he snarled, "and you're through." His sneer twisted Lieutenant into a taunt, as if her Navy wings were a fiction. Lena's pulse hammered, her pilot's calm battling a rising tide of anger. Caleb's cry, "Auntie, please!" cut deeper than the ache in her arm, his phone shaking as he recorded, eyes brimming with dread. They'll take her. The market's holiday glow, lights swaying, guitars mute, felt like a cruel jest. Rosa, the vendor, pushed forward, beads clacking. "She's no thief," she yelled, voice sharp with memories of cops eyeing her stall. A cyclist nearby muttered, "This is wrong," his phone flashing. Pain surged as Vargas shoved Lena against his cruiser, her elbow smacking steel, jars from Rosa's stall rattling behind. Memphis flashed, slurs, Navy jeers, eyes judging her skin before her stars. Her ring pressed into her palm, anchoring her to Marla's vow. Keep Caleb whole. "I'm Lieutenant Harris," she said, voice a steady current. "Check my record." Vargas laughed, kicking her ID into the sand. "Lieutenant, just a loudmouth." Caleb's sob broke. "She's all I got," his mind swirling with stories of lives erased. Lena's training urged her to flip Vargas's weight, but Caleb's gaze stopped her. A brawl could scar him deeper than this bruise. Rosa shouted, "Run her name!" Samuel, a weathered vet with a scarred hand, thumped his cane, voice rough from a Navy captain's old snub, She flies for us. Their words sparked the crowd, dozens now, anger swelling. A barista with a nose stud yelled, "It's racism!" Lena stood taller, unyielding. "No cause, just bias," she said. Words for Vargas, for history. He yanked her wrist, pain spiking, cuffs glinting as he swung them toward her. "Resisting?" he taunted, grabbing her other arm, twisting it back. Caleb's voice cracked. "No!" But he stepped forward, shouting, "She didn't steal!" His courage burned, too young for this fight, yet here. Vargas spun, snatching Caleb's hoodie, yanking him up, the soccer ball bag tumbling. "Shut it, kid!" Lena surged, gripping Vargas's forearm with a pilot's precision, twisting until he grunted, releasing Caleb. The boy stumbled, but Lena caught him, heart racing. Vargas roared, shoving her hard. Her back hit the cruiser, pain blooming as sand gritted her palms. "Stay down!" he barked, lunging to pin her. Lena ducked, rolling aside, her training a quiet fire. She sprang up, blocking his next grab, arm jarring but firm. "Stop!" she commanded, voice shaking the pier. The crowd surged. "Let her go!" Phones flashing like sparks, held high to capture the truth. Vargas's partner, a younger cop, shifted, muttering, "Back off," but stayed rooted, eyes uneasy. Sirens wailed closer. Backup or judgment. Lena's heart pounded for Caleb, who'd carry this image. Her, targeted, for being black. "You're wrong," she said, each word a blade. Rosa clapped. Samuel's cane thumped. Caleb's phone held steady, his trust her shield. Vargas lunged again, trying to slam her against the cruiser, cuffs clicking. Lena sidestepped, shoving him back. His boots skidded, face twisting with rage. "You're seen," she said, voice aflare for the crowd. A dad with a stroller shouted, "Leave Lena be!" Voices rose. Rosa's cry, Samuel's growl, strangers' yells weaving a wall. Vargas's grip faltered, sweat on his brow, his sneer cracking under their stares. He raised his fist, daring her to snap, but Lena stood firm, Caleb's courage her wind. She'd soared through storms. She'd soar through this. Vargas's cuffs gleamed under Santa Monica Pier's lights, snapping toward Lena Harris's wrists. "You're finished," he growled, desperation lacing his voice. Caleb's phone shook. His cry, "Auntie, hold on!" A spark in the dark. Lena's pulse steadied, her pilot's focus outmatching fear. She twisted free, wrist stinging, and pulled her Navy ID from her jacket, thrusting it high like a blade through fog. "Lieutenant Lena Harris," she declared, voice ringing across the pier. 15 years serving this nation. Verify it." The crowd roared, cheers crashing like surf, phones flashing. Rosa raised her fist. "That's Lena." Samuel lifted his cane, shouting, "She's our pride." Vargas froze, eyes darting from the ID to the faces, his confidence crumbling. Sweat beaded his face. He'd misjudged, and the crowd knew. "That's nothing," he muttered, voice thin, but their shouts, "Justice," buried him. Lena held her ground, ID aloft, her ring glinting. Faith, a vow reborn. "You accused a black officer of theft," she said, words carving truth. "That's your shame." Caleb's phone steadied, awe replacing fear. Auntie's winning. The barista yelled, "Tell it!" The stroller dad clapped, voice firm. "She's right." Vargas's partner tugged him, urgent. "It's done." Sirens keened, new cops pausing under the crowd's weight. Lena met Caleb's gaze, mouthing, "I'm here, kid." She faced Vargas, now a shadow fading. "This isn't just me," she said, voice carrying generations. "It's every life you've judged." Rosa cheered loud. Samuel's cane drummed victory. The crowd's voices rose, phones catching every angle. Vargas's retreat. Lena's fire. Caleb's hope. Vargas stumbled back, badge dulled by a woman who'd flown fiercer skies. The pier's lights crowned her stand, no longer mocking. Backup cops hesitated, hands empty, the crowd's will a shield. Lena lowered her ID, pain easing, spirit soaring. She'd forged a truth no force could break. What would it spark? Lena led Caleb through the pier's fading tumult, his grip firm, soccer ball bag swinging light. Her Navy ID had shattered Vargas's lie, leaving him a flicker in the market's glow. By dawn, news crews swarmed, capturing Rosa's bold smile and Samuel's raised cane. Lena's stand spread through whispers and papers, a call cutting morning fog. Vargas was suspended by noon, the police chief's apology curt, promising probes. Lena felt no triumph, only purpose. At home, Caleb poked his oatmeal, eyes soft. "I thought they'd take you," he whispered. She hugged him, murmuring, "I'm here, kid." Marla's vow, alive. Los Angeles stirred. Protests bloomed on Broadway, signs demanding, "Stop bias." Rosa's call for cop retraining packed community halls, her voice fierce from years of unfair stops. Samuel met Lena at a beach cafe, cane steady. "You shook us awake," he said, sharing Navy scars. Caleb channeled his fear into a school mural, waves cracking walls, winning top prize, his grin Marla's spark. Lena saw her promise kindled, a flame to fan. At a Navy rally, her uniform shone. "We serve, yet fight to be seen." Cheers echoed, her words fueling fairness talks across bases. Lena launched Truths Wing, workshops teaching teens to face police, record, stay calm, stand tall. Caleb sketched its logo. A chopper piercing clouds, his pride glowing. The base backed her, rooms full, Samuel guiding kids, his scars a quiet strength. Protests sparked meetings. Lena's story pushing for oversight boards, cameras. A councilwoman cited her, nudging reform. At night, she read Caleb's stories, his dreams free. Bias lingered, but her will burned brighter. The city shifted. Neighbors formed watch groups, sharing trust. A logbook from Lena's fight tracked bias reports, guiding safer streets. Caleb joined a youth council, planning open fields. Rosa's fry bread stall grew, mentoring kids. Samuel rallied veterans, Lena's courage stirring their tales. The Navy promoted her, tasking her to teach fairness. See the person. Her stand inspired drives. Fresno's training reforms, Memphis's youth clubs, ripples from her spark. Lena walked Venice Beach, waves carrying Marla's laugh, knowing one fight wasn't enough. Caleb's mural, walls broken, urged her on. Her ring, faith, gleamed, tying her to their dreams. Rosa's fire, Samuel's grit. What futures would it shape? Lena Harris's stand on Santa Monica Pier was a wind, cutting through bias to lift new skies. One pilot, one ant, defied a badge's blind force, her ring, etched faith, a beacon for Caleb's courage, Rosa's cry, Samuel's cane. They proved truth rises when hearts unite. Lena's voice carried every black soul judged unseen, every badge swung as a wound. Her spark joins 2025's wins. Fresno's push for fairness, Memphis's youth carving their worth, LA's families demanding justice. Each gust reshapes the world. What about you? Ever felt eyes that judge, not see? Words that sting before you speak? In Lena's place, Caleb watching, what would you claim? Her flight calls us, hear the silenced, challenge the unjust. Share her story over coffee, let it stir a spark. How do we build fairness? Join a group like LA's Unity Circle, support reform, or pen your truth, every word a wing. No step is small when it lifts another's light. Lena showed one woman can shift skies. Your voice could swell the breeze. Picture Caleb, free to dream, his worth unquestioned, his ball soaring high. That world starts with us, our choices, our wins. Lena's ring shines, a vow beyond one night. Her stand echoes in every stride toward justice, every heart that won't bend. Will you take flight? Speak, act, believe. Let your gust join hers, reshaping what's possible, one spark at a time. Share this tale, and let's build a sky for all.